Okay, and so here is the result of printing the pump. And so it is 5 centimeters in diameter, just as designed. It is hollow. Um, this part up here actually looks pretty good. The outlet doesn't look great, but it's serviceable. The reason that it doesn't look great is because in order to print, the top over here, you kind of have to bridge the polymer across the top. And, if you slow the printer down, it can actually do a fairly good job. And, this is definitely serviceable. Part where it failed is um, right here where the polymer basically needed to adhere onto the outer edge as it was building up the layers, and it didn't. It didn't stick, and it actually fell off and contracted. And there's some strings in the middle here that should have been out here towards the edge. The way to fix this is more or less just to print more slowly. But this is the sort of challenge that you're going to face in printing out your own pumps. The general rule of thumb is that when this angle gets less than 45 degrees, the printer starts to have problems. So, for example, if this were a flat top, there's really very little chance the printer would be able to handle that. Um, this is probably doable, um, but it is certainly a consideration when you're designing your pump. Another consideration is that the bottom layer, needs to be somewhat flat. Um, Meaning that if this outlet here was actually so big that it extended below the bottom of the pump, then it wouldn't be workable, because what would happen is you would try to print something here, but then when you got to the body of the pump itself would be, levitating in air, and that's not possible. And so it would fail um, because of that. So all in all, these are fairly minor considerations and relatively easy to take into account, but they are things that you need to think about from the outside of your pump design.